I watched Bucky O'Hare in the Toad Wars.
Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare!
Episode 2. Here's what happens. Willie fixes the photon accelerator and the crew successfully jumps to hyperspace. Meanwhile, the Toads hire Al Negator to retrieve security codes, because you can never have too many security codes. Bucky lets Willie know that in the last episode, their engineer Bruce got sucked through an interdimensional portal and is now presumed dead, so good news, there's a job opening. Willie takes the job and asks, what's up with the evil Toads anyway? Blinky seems to have been waiting for this moment as he launches into his TED Talk. We learn that the Toads weren't always so bad, but one day they created an artificial intelligence called Complex to help improve their lives, but Complex enslaved all the citizens and turned their entire planet into a military-industrial factory. Factory planet, pretty cool. And now, Complex wants to dominate the entire Aniverse. As Blinky wraps up his PowerPoint presentation, Bucky gives Willie his new uniform, and this is pretty twisted. He gives him Bruce's spare battlesuit. And, this episode is a direct continuation of the first episode, so their coworker and friend, Bruce, presumably died 10 minutes ago. And now Bucky is giving away his stuff. Ruthless. Also, Bruce was a giant gorilla. There's no way that the battlesuit is going to fit this little nerd. The next move is to return to Bucky's home planet Warren to check on it, since the Toads have recently conquered it. Willie's never heard of the planet Warren, so the little robot boots up the projector again. And the planet is pretty cool. The carrot trees, that's awesome. And they really like mini golf for some reason, so they have a huge course. But when the crew reaches Warren, Bucky is distressed to find it is now a wasteland. Willie finds some discarded Toad technology that informs them that the Toads have a device that can convert a planet's climate, and next they plan to use it on another planet called Genus, so the crew heads to Genus to warn them. Willie realizes that this is all f***ing insane and he has to go back to San Francisco and go to school because he's a little boy. Then this guy shows up, Bruiser, and this is Bruce's brother, and he wants to join the crew to get revenge on the Toads for his brother's disappearance. Also, it would have been awesome if there was a whole subplot that, since Willie got transported here to their spaceship, if Bruce had gotten transported to San Francisco, and Bruce had to just pretend to be Willie, and he put on some glasses and a blonde wig and somehow got away with it. That would be pretty funny. Bruiser is hired as muscle, and then Willie returns to the room in the full battle suit, which is not even a battle suit, it's basically just a Bruce costume. And of course, Bruiser sees him and is like, oh my god, my brother's alive, this is amazing. And he's infuriated when he finds out that this is just a unbelievably cruel trick. Since Willie is planning on returning to Earth, the crew holds interviews for a new warp drive mechanic. Al Negator lands the job, infiltrating the ship. So Willie goes back to San Francisco and is immediately harassed by some skateboarding bullies, causing him to almost lose his arm in a streetcar accident. With a newfound confidence that only an intergalactic adventure can bring, Willie stands up to the bully, challenging him to a battle of his choosing. Willie reveals that the battle he has chosen is for them to collaborate on a science fair project together. And the bully agrees for some reason. Watching the show, I'm on board with Green Rabbit in space, four-armed duck dude. But 80s bully agreeing to do a science fair project with the nerd? It's not happening. Meanwhile, the Toads are watching some inappropriate videos. Al locks himself in the computer room and begins stealing the security codes. Bruiser breaks down the door, but Al has already escaped. After school, Willie returns to the ship, but Al sets off a bomb that he planted earlier, and it destroys Willie's portal and renders the ship useless. And as the enemy Toad ship approaches, the episode ends on a cliffhanger. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye bye.